Hi, everyone. Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Advantage, and I am doing another weekly business leadership in 15 minutes. And I do these things for a couple of reasons. I do these weekly lives because these are the topics that I'm speaking on and speaking with my clients on. They're trending. And small business owners that I know, even locally, speaking with them about these, their concerns that they have, their issues that people are dealing with. So I like to keep it current and real. The two reasons I like to do this is because it's a way for you to shift your perspective of your business in a short period of time, gain another vantage, if you will, right? And you can turn that into your competitive advantage. The other reason is we can share this with other business owners that we know that will help them. I believe in paying it forward. I think that's always a good thing. We grow as we share and we learn and help others, and we learn from others too. So I think it's a great way to do that. In the end, all of the business owners that I speak to and meet with are looking for some form of work-life fulfillment. And so that's really why I do these. So let's get started on this week's topic, which is an enjoyable business. Now, when I think about an enjoyable business, many business owners that I talk to seem like there's a lot of overload. They were very skilled at something, whether someone was an architect or an automotive technician or, a carpenter, a master carpenter, whatever it is that they had a really great skill at. All of a sudden, when they decided to go into business ownership, there were some real challenges because they were good at their skill, but now everything that was required as being a business owner can seem at times like overload. So I had a conversation this past weekend with a loved one. And the conversation, we were talking about Monday, going to work on Monday. And she had told me that she was really bored. She was dreading going in on Monday because she had nothing to do. She actually would think of all of the things that she could be doing at home and was trying to find ways to keep busy to get through the workday. And when I heard her talk about this, her whole body language really changed when she was thinking about Monday and what it was going to entail. It really saddened me because what I heard was how unfulfilling her work was for her. Right. And it saddened me because I always found work to be very fulfilling. And I started thinking about why. Why did I feel work fulfilling, during all the jobs that I had? Early on, I looked at work as a way to improve myself and build skills, no matter what job it was, whether I was working, in a store or at a movie theater, whatever it was, even as a young teenager, I looked at it as a way to improve myself and build skills because I knew that skills were transferable and you could use them in other areas of your life and either whether it was the job that you were in or the next career or the next job that you were going into. So I don't want to be like Pollyanna about this and be like, everything is always rosy and perfect. Of course, there are bad days and I had them, you know, we all have them, but that's part of growth as well. And accepting that and dealing with it and not letting it hold you back, I think is the reason why I was able to look at work and my career the way I did. So I started thinking how business owners get stuck when their business stops being enjoyable and how this affects your business, but it also affects your personal life. And kind of a little story about this is when you're dealing with something at home and you go to work, people usually pick up on that and they'll say things like, oh, is everything okay at home? And the opposite happens when you go home. People have said, to different loved ones, hey, did you have a bad day today? Because, things just kind of seem off. And this will happen. Another thing that I've seen happen over, different careers that I have had early on is people will tend to hide. If they're having challenges at home, they may hide at work and spend a little bit more time there. Or if they're having challenges at work, they might be hiding at home or, coming in late or, doing things like that, that they're spending less time at work. So it's something to be mindful of, that work and life really do affect each other. And if you're not fulfilled in one area, it certainly will show up in other areas as well. So, what I want to ask you as a business owner or leader, do you remember what it felt like when you first opened your business? Excited yet fearful. It was like a roller coaster of emotion, excited to be pursuing your dream, turning that dream into a reality, but yet fearful of the unknown. And many business owners tell me that if they knew about the challenges that they would face, they may not have opened their business. So when you think about that, well, does that mean that being a little bit naive could be a good thing? Right? I mean, that's up for interpretation. What do you think about that? But it could mean that it could be a good thing if we don't know exactly what we're getting into, because that fear can hold us back of the unknown. So if we wait until we know everything before we jump in, maybe we would never try. Some of these examples are learning how to drive a car. We don't know every single thing, every aspect about driving a car. We learn more as we go and we do it. It could be a promotion at work or, getting married or having children. We don't know everything until we get into it. We could read, we can talk to people, but when you do it is when you actually learn and you grow. So we improve as we go, or we can grow as we go, if you look at it, that way. Even though we're not perfect, we can focus on being our best and giving it our best. So when it comes to owning a business, it's important to keep it enjoyable. When a business is enjoyable, we look forward to going in. We enjoy our customers. We enjoy our teams, even our suppliers, our vendors. We find that we are aligned. Enjoyment happens when you gain clarity on these three things. One, where you are. When you're clear on where you are, this means you are able to assess your skills in all areas of your business, the marketing, the sales, the people, which in a lot of times that's like leadership, your operations and your financials. When you get clear on where you are on all those areas, you're starting on the way to having an enjoyable business. Another thing, number two, is where do you want to go? I ask clients a lot of times, or business owners that I meet, what do you want? And a lot of times they'll tell me where they want to go. What got you here to this point, wherever you are, chances are it's not going to get you there. And we know that, we've heard that. But what is it that you need to focus on, delegate, or outsource? Because a lot of times we overload ourselves with so many things that we shouldn't be doing. Just because we could do it doesn't necessarily mean that we should do it. And lastly, number three is your plan. What is your plan? Create those goals. Once you know where you want to go, once you know what you want, create those goals and create the projects needed to get you there. There's always steps, right? Step one, step two, step three to get anywhere that we want to go. So create those projects that'll help you with those steps. Break it down so it doesn't seem like it's this big looming goal over your head that you're never going to achieve. When you go beyond average and shift to a pro level of thinking and a pro level strategy, that's what having an enjoyable business is. It really becomes reality now, because you're clearly able to share your vision with your team. They understand the goals, and most importantly, their part in them. They understand how they fit into those goals and they align with those goals. When everyone is on the same page and they're aligned, work becomes more meaningful and enjoyable. And that's where I saw a disconnect with this loved one. That connection wasn't there. So one of the most important parts of enjoying your business means you're enjoying the people that you serve and the people that you work with. That's what you're doing. You really do like being with them, around them. You like your clients, you like your customers. You absolutely enjoy the people that you work with. So it makes for a more enjoyable environment that you've created. So one of the most important parts of being around the people that you enjoy and the people that you serve is when it comes to your customers, you know, and you understand your customers. You understand what problem you're solving for them. You understand where they're at. And then when it comes to your team, you understand that you are creating and building a culture that aligns with and attracts enjoyable team members. So there's shared core values there. You may look at things a little bit differently, and that's the value of collaboration, but you definitely have an alignment on those core values so that people are proud to work together. They're proud of the company that you've built and what you're doing in the community, what you're doing for your customers. They're proud to work there. So owning a business can offer the most rewarding and most stressful experiences of your life. So the rewards, some of the rewards are you get to choose who you work with. It may not seem like that at times, but you really do get to choose who you work with. You can make a positive impact on family, on team, and on customers. And you get what you put into your business. So the more effort and better decisions that you make going forward, the more you're going to get out of it. If you're kind of, well, I'll just see what happens, well, you're probably not going to get as much out of it. The stresses are there's risk every day, and we know that. And it can be lonely. Many business owners I talk to say that a lot of people in their circle, in their life, don't understand what it's like to be a business owner. So they're constantly asking them a lot of questions about, why are you doing what you're doing? And they don't get it. And then accountability. You don't have anyone to answer to because you've created this. So now it's very important for you to create that tribe or that group, that network of people, whether it's pro coach, peers, industry peers, associations, whatever it is, that you have that group that you can talk to, that person that you can bounce things off of and can hold you accountable. So there are days when you're going to ask yourself, why did I wait so long to do this? And then there are other days that you're going to wonder, what the heck was I thinking when I decided to, open up a business? But the reality is that self-doubt will creep up from time to time. It's human nature. The questions like, who do you think you are? Or maybe thinking that you're not good enough, that will happen. And it's just part of it. And realize that we're all going to have those days from time to time. And burnout can easily suck up your energy when you most need it. So we have to be really mindful of not burning ourselves out. So, business ownership is a constant learning experience, and you have the power to make that experience enjoyable. You also have the ability to positively influence others, to make a difference for your customers, your team, and ultimately turn your dream into a reality. So I want to leave you with this week, what makes your business enjoyable for you? Let's start with you. What makes it enjoyable for you? Think about that. And maybe you can take some of these ideas and you can implement them for the week. So I look forward to next week's episode. And if you're on the replay, I welcome you and encourage you to come back. And if you find this valuable, please share it with another business owner, because we can definitely all learn from each other. So here's to an enjoyable week.